CNN, The Money Masters. And now, your Money Masters, Tom O'Brien and Steve Rhodes.
Welcome, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you being with us. Great to be back with my partner out there, growling and prowling.
Great to have you back.
And market-wise, folks, you get the Dow down 29, Nasdaq's up 2, S&P's flat. You get the gold contract off $4. Silver is up 48 cents. You get platinum trading at $14.90. Bonds are down 11 ticks. And good old King Dollar is at 79.55.
Yeah, not exactly pulling back here.
No, that dollar's going to shock people, man. You know, I suspect, you know, we're going to build a little cause here, but that next leg up on the dollar is going to be insane. Because the A to B in this, folks, is just absolutely unbelievable. I mean, you're talking about a monster here.
Yeah, and you know what happens with these patterns is you know, because right now it's still a Gartley sell pattern.
Yes.
It fails here, it turns into a butterfly.
Right.
You know,
right.
and it becomes, and like you're saying, a huge acceleration up, a lot of pain in the markets.
Amazing.
Be a nice pullback in commodities.
Yeah, no, big time.
You know.
And you know, folks, what is amazing, just, you know, in life. Okay, so yesterday.
Yeah, what a cool story.
This is a crazy story, folks. Okay, so I'm meeting a large trader out of where was I yesterday? I was in Chicago. Okay. So I'm in Chicago.
Yeah.
Right? Now I get off the plane, right? Now picture this is how crazy this is, folks, okay? You talk about just, well, when you hear the story, you're not going to believe it. I couldn't believe it. I can't wait to, well, Larry, I hope you're listening out there because you're not going to believe it either. None of us are going to believe it. So I get off the plane, and all of a sudden I get a text, right?
Yeah.
And this guy says to me, he says, hey, Tom, do you know that your Gottlieb 222, or Larry's Gottlieb 222 is on page 222 of your book?
Yeah. Oh,
and
man.
I'm looking at this, and I'm saying to myself, you got to be kidding me. And he wanted to know, did I do that on purpose or not? And folks, we didn't, which was just insane.
Maybe Warren was working behind the scenes for you. You know?
It was nuts. No. I show up at the office, and he's got
so
that,
wild.
It was crazy. And you get so what you had is that, you know, there was a million desks, and you know, a few of the traders that had the book, and they all had it open, and I was laughing because they're, you know, I says, this is sick.
Yeah,
you know, so it was a great way to start the meeting.
Absolutely.
It really was.
And it was meant to be, and it shows you the importance of your book, quite frankly. You know, I mean, H.M. Gartley, when he was selling that book, I think he was selling it for $1,500. That was the equivalent back then of like 4 or 5 Cadillacs.
That's insane.
You know, folks, how many you know, new cars would you invest in a book?
Yeah, no,
but you know, you get more than that in the art of time of the trade.
It's crazy. It's really crazy. It's on the, that's insane. You know.
That's a great story.
Yeah, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's so cool that he pointed that out to you.
I
know. How great to be, you know, going to a meeting. And, you know, all these meetings, you kind of maybe envision how it is you want to pull it off, right?
Big time.
But it makes it a lot easier when all of a sudden, you know, the client is giving you juice.
It's totally different talking with a trader versus, you know, it is the trader running a big company versus, you know, someone running a company that is not trading. Which in the financial business, folks, there's a lot of that, too. You know, so I have to face that.
There totally is.
And it's a different conversation. Yeah. It's a totally different conversation because there's just a different, you know, you're just not talking to a trader. Talking to a trader is a lot easier.
Well, no. Hey, look, you got a lot of people, you know, a lot of money managers out there, you know, they're nothing more than, you know, the front piece or
accumulate. Right. Accumulate and bringing it in. No doubt. And Steve Jobs, what a bummer that is, huh?
Yeah, you know, absolutely. You know, you know, no question. I was talking about, you know, the importance of what I'd like, you know, because everybody feels somewhat touched by it. You know, whether it's a product or whether you know, somehow worked in the same industry or you knew them, whatever it might be. Right. You know, there was some type of impact. Right. You know, and to me, you know, what I threw out to folks is that, you know, to identify a great leader, the characteristic of a great leader is not how many followers that he has. Because in the case of Apple, there's followers all around the world. Sure. It's how many leaders does he create. Yes. And so that's going to be the real key, you know, as we pull out of here. And that's why I just ask the folks, because there's no, you know, when you have days like that, when you just kind of maybe take things in, you know, to a little bit different perspective, maybe your own life, you analyze it. you know, you always can step up to be a leader.
Yeah.
You know, to be a leader, to learn how to manage your own money,
right.
or whatever it might be in your world that you need to work on.
No, I absolutely agree.
And it's at these times where,
right.
you know, if you really wanted to get, you know, that's celebrating the life then.
Yes.
You know, and honoring the death, but celebrating the life aspect of it.
I'll tell you, one of my first partners I ever had, that's when I was doing the bankrupt bonds in the travel business, right? This guy, Bill Meister's his name, right?
Yeah.
And there are so many people that came out of his office, right?
Yes.
That opened businesses. It was just amazing. I said to him one day, I says, "This is just amazing, man." I mean, you know, we were all young at the time.
Yeah.
But one after the other. They just went, you know, and he says, "Yeah, it's a revolving door," and he said, "I know," but it was like, oh, you know, when I look back on it, for sure. I mean, that's what he had. He had, you know, that set up. And he was tough.
And that's when, you know, what happens, what's so cool about that is that's where, you know, people create real transformation. I mean, you know, what has drawn me to you so much is your leadership skills, okay?
Nice.
You know it is. You know, you take a look at what you're doing, what you do for everybody out there. You know, you're leading. You know, you're teaching, you're leading, you're creating. Look how many great people have come through your courses. You know, and you've been able to, where people have been sitting on the fence, I don't know whether I should or I shouldn't get active in this. Look, you have callers that call in that tell you that you've changed their life.
Yeah. No, well, I'll tell.
That's a really cool thing.
And after, you know, what does happen when you see something like Steve Jobs is that all morning long, actually, it wasn't night because I was so wiped out when I got off the plane.
Yeah.
But as soon as I woke up this morning, I mean, your head gets kind of, you know, twisted, man. I was walking high this morning, not twisted, but I says, you know what? You got to do even a better job.
Yeah.
You know, because that's kind of the, when I look at him, I say to myself, you know, that man just inspires you wanting to do a better job.
Yeah.
So last night, folks, okay, on the way home, they had on CNBC they were doing the Titan special, right?
Sure.
And the part that is pretty amazing, and you know, so the guy's working on one piece of the Macintosh, the Finder, right?
Yeah.
And he's been up forever. He's up actually 36 hours straight.
Yeah.
And so the question inside that, you know, there's an hour special of Titan. So inside it, the guy comes to Steve Jobs, right?
Yeah.
And he says, okay, you know, I got it done. And Steve says to him, he says, well, is this your best? He says, well, it's really good, but it might not be my best. And Jobs didn't even read it. He gave it back to him and says, give me your best.
Yeah.
That says a huge amount. And that's really hard to do, folks.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, when people, you know, are next to you, there's no doubt about it. It's like, you know what? I don't care how long you've been up.
Yeah. Oh, no.
And you can see the Apple products. That's, I mean, when you think about it, that's what Apple is, right?
It's what life is all about.
Yeah,
you know?
it is.
It's about because what Steve knew and what I also and you also understand is that when you get past that outstanding level,
right,
what happens is there's extraordinary rewards.
Yeah.
You know, and that's and the way so that story is a perfect example of why you need to push your muscle just a little bit further.
Yeah, you do.
Because when you get up above that, there's very few people that actually live up there.
Right.
I mean, everybody should, because when you get there, it almost feels like the rewards you're getting, you know, it's unfair. Well, it's not unfair because of everything that you put into it.
Yes.
And it's just the way that the universe rewards you.
Right.
You know, for me last night it was so surreal because, like I had mentioned in the first show and was talking to you before we started, you know, rarely do I really leave the office, if you will.
Right.
A couple of things we do, right?
Yeah.
And yesterday just happened to be one of those days, and I walked past this theater, and you know, Lindsey Buckingham's going to be playing there, and I'm like, and it's sold out, and there's 400 seats, that's it. And, you know, and there were about 3 or 4 of us, 5 of us looking for tickets outside there, and you start talking to each other, what have you. And I knew I was going to be
in there.
I knew he'd be there.
Right.
And one guy, he's like getting nervous, and stay patient,
right,
you know.
Right.
And sure enough, we ended up getting 2 tickets, you know, and it was. But what's interesting about that is that I believe that I could manifest that into my life. There was never a doubt that I was going to go, that I wasn't going to be seeing that concert.
Right.
And then we get in. The guy that you know, I ended up buying 2 tickets and gave or sold one to to this other guy. He said, "Well, let me buy you a beer." I said, "That's cool." Okay.
Right.
Buys a beer, comes, sits down. And then all of a sudden I get the alert on my phone that Steve Jobs has passed away. And the reason is because I believe so much in signs. That's, you know, in being able to, you know, the universe continues to throw stuff at us on a daily basis. When we trade these charts, it's all about being able to read the the signs that are out there.
Yeah, exactly.
And so it was just, and I was just kind of like, oh, man.
We gotta love it.
Yeah,
I know. Well, that part we hate.
Right. But it all it did was just reinforce, the importance of being able to really pay attention to what's going on around you.
Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow's not here. What are you doing right now?
Exactly.
That's all I kept putting in my head all morning long.
Yeah.
What are you doing right now?
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
right now we're going to Richard, Massachusetts. Hey, Richard, what's going on?
Hi, guys.
What's happening, brother? How you doing?
Is this the High Energy Show?
This is the High Energy Show, man. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, how you guys doing? Okay, I hope.
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
Listen, the weather in Florida. This is. I mean, you couldn't script a better day, and what happens here is the next 3 months. This is what it is because there's no smog. We never have smog though. And in fact, when I was in Chicago yesterday, I was surprised there was so much smog.
Really?
I mean, yeah. Blue skies, everything's just gorgeous. Yeah, I was really surprised. Yeah. But I guess we're like Michigan. I remember with Ed Young, he used to tell us sometimes they'd come down and unless that wind kicked up to kick it out of the basin. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How about that?
Calling from Massachusetts, so we're getting our last rays of sun before the cold weather comes in.
Oh, well, I'm going to be up there next week. The twins are a year old. My grandsons are a year old, so we're getting up there. We're going to be growling and prowling up there.
Good. That means hockey time.
That's right.
That's hockey time.
That's
for
right.
You guys
Lightning.
That's right.
Detroit for you. Yeah, that's right. What are we going to look at?
Ticker symbol SRV.
SRV. Let's take a look here.
Closed-end mutual fund and its energy infrastructure.
Okay, the Cushing Total Return Fund. Fund's objective is to attain high total return, 80% of net value. Okay, so let's see. So they're all limited partnerships inside it. Okay, I see what you got here. So energy partners, you got limited partnerships inside it. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is kind of like the whole REIT. We can go through these, but the whole REIT structure, that's what they did. Yeah, I wouldn't be biting on this yet.
Well, I'll tell you I did. Somehow I managed to get it at 8:08 on Tuesday.
Okay.
And I see now that it's coming up to 2 bars that have a sort of high, it's not a high volume stock, but it's got a relatively high volume at 885 and 886 over the...
Yeah.
And it's also coming up to its .618 retracement from the move down at the same point. I don't know, what that really plays into it, but it's also, I'm wondering if maybe it's the time to take some profit.
I'd take my money. I mean,
it's not a real liquid stock either.
Yeah, and 8,000 shares. Oh my God. So what you have there is that that low is a dangerous low. That's the bottom line. That's
801.
Yeah, it's a problematic low, and you want to wait till that gets tested. That's how the REITs are set up. Like if we go over to IYR, it's kind of interesting. And if you wait for them to get set up, the REITs already did it. And see, I'd take your money. Get your wife to the Four Seasons.
Didn't it already test it?
No, they didn't get into it.
Got close, but didn't test it.
Oh, the 801 you're talking?
You got it.
All right, thanks.
Okay, cooking. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
X-Story Gold Mines, an NYSE Amex-listed company trading under the symbol XG, is slated to be the newest gold-silver producer in Argentina. X-Story is forecast to produce more than $250 million in bullion annually, beginning in 2013, at a cash cost of less than $200 for each ounce of gold produced. That forecast will make X-Story one of the highest margin operators in South America and a sector leader in the mining industry. X-Story has $50 million in its treasury, having spent over $60 million to date on drilling and engineering. The ultimate size of its Argentina discovery could be determined by year-end as results from the 6 drills operating at the site are fully assessed. To find out more about X-Story Gold Mines and their exciting growth potential, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE Amex under the symbol XG.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Is the fast-moving investment world challenging the way you think about managing risk and return? You don't have to go it alone. Directions Alternative Strategy Funds feature built-in tactical management to help you find clarity for the path ahead. Direction Funds. I'm with X. To learn more about Directions Alternative Strategy Funds, please visit TFNN.com and click on the Direction Funds banner or call 877-434-9363. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Funds carefully before investing. The prospectus contains this and other information about Direction Funds. The prospectus should be read carefully before investing. To obtain a prospectus, go to directionfunds.com. Investing in index funds may be more volatile than investing in broadly diversified funds. The use of leverage by a mutual fund increases the risk to the fund. The more a fund invests in leverage instruments, the more leverage will magnify gains or losses on those investments. Distributed by Rafferty Capital Markets, LLC.
Looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. We have the Dow up 29, NASDAQ up 14, S&P's up 3. And, good old Yahoo. Yahoo, folks, you got an ABC structure on the way up there. And this baby's going to get taken over. That's the way it looks. I mean, it blew out the B point yesterday, did it with volume. You talk about a classic setup, man.
Ooh,
I mean,
sure
yeah.
Did. Wow.
Yeah, it's a beauty. That's a beauty. And that actually can be a weekly, which gets you into $4, which gets you into 18.
Well, yeah, it finished one ABC yesterday.
Yeah. No, that's right. That's right.
That and got another one.
It's going to be, the rumor yesterday was that Microsoft's going to go after him again. Now, it gets interesting here. So, watch this. Apple, no, let's see. Yahoo's at 15. Ballmer last time went as high as 40. But there's actually, actually volume at 30. So,
right.
It's almost like, hey, this 30 could be in play, which would be just bizarre, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll watch how that plays out, but it's going to be wild. So how'd you like the test of all those lows, huh?
Oh, well,
they banged them out.
They did. It was that you and I, we were watching that tick index.
Right.
On 3.
Right.
Or 3 that, on
one after the other.
Yeah.
Fear. Huge fear. You gotta love
it. Big time. Yeah, you made a great call. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. The fear is a trip. There's no doubt about it. And so, folks, what's so cool when you trade both sides of the market is that what you see is that, and I always take this in consideration, all the bulls, right?
Yeah.
What happens at lows, right? They really are so scared. It's just such a bummer. And at the highs, they just keep buying, and it's like, what are you doing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the classic. It absolutely is the classic, and that's what it takes. But what I still can't figure out is that how does that what it takes when we're talking about I'm not talking about the last 20 years I've been doing this. I'm talking about, you go back to Jesse Livermore and it's the same way.
Sure.
That's crazy.
Well, and that's, what is cool about 2 days ago was that when we came in, and everything was, pushing lower all around the world.
Right.
Yet all of our patterns on the futures contracts were telling us, okay, this is where your back is up against the wall. And now that morning, from that point on, it went up and down and up and down.
Right.
And but boy, when it did take off, when that last tick came in at 1556 or something like that.
Right. And that's why I want a system, folks, because then instead of looking around saying, okay, what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what is happening. It doesn't mean that you're going to be right, but you know what's happening and know where you're going to get in, and know where you're going to get out. And that's a whole different ball game versus sitting there saying, oh no, is it this, is it that, is it this, is it? Because that's how they come down.
No, for sure.
Those and what does that now watch this, because I got my horns out now. No, I do. And this
I know you do.
I do.
I know you do.
And this is why, because the way that we came into that low, right?
Yeah.
What it did it 3 separate times.
Yes.
Meaning intraday. And when I've seen that 3 separate times, it got the bulls and the bears off balance in a huge way.
Yeah.
When you get that, you go higher than you normally do.
Yeah.
And see, this is a perfect setup today, because you come all the way back like, oh, no, it's good. We're just building cars.
Yeah.
We're building cars to get the higher price. And it's going to flip everyone out, because what's going to happen again, unfortunately, now you bulls remember this out here. You bulls, when you want to be buying at the 12:30, you don't want to be buying, because you're going to be buying off us. Okay, so
no, that's a good point.
You're going to get all excited at 12:30. Okay, and you're going to be buying off us, and then you're going to go through hell again. Okay, so keeping cash until this thing's over, because it's not over.
No,
not even close to being over.
That's right. No,
not even close. Yeah. I mean, it's and this is the deviance inside the marketplace.
Yeah. But it was absolutely great. It was a great setup. It really did have everything going, with the exception of waiting until 3:15 to finally put in that last tick.
But that's what they do. That's what it does. That's what it does. What
can you wait?
You know what is unusual on this one, which actually makes it more powerful?
Yeah.
That all the indices were in harmony.
No, they were. Most of the time, what happens is that you don't get them all in harmony simultaneously. You know what I mean? One will be off kilter and say, okay, hold it, what's the divergence? Which one are you going to look at? You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah, because then we're typically, who's the weakest, who's the strongest.
Yes.
Each of them were completing the pattern.
Yeah, they were.
Like, oh, they were. My goodness.
Patents are us.
It's what it's all about, and what it requires. I put up this logo.
Yes.
During my session.
I love that logo.
Think different.
Yeah.
Steve Jobs. So if there's any one thing that we want to share out there, it's just what you just were talking about.
Right.
Okay. From a market perspective, if you're going to be successful, you've got to learn to think different.
Right. No. You absolutely do. You absolutely do.
So
there's no doubt in the marketplace, folks. If everyone's on your side, you're wrong. There's no two ways about that, man. That's a given. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you want to get great trade setups in equity as well as the option market, come over to TFNN.com and test drive my daily newsletter, Market Insights, for 2 weeks absolutely free. Each trade setup comes with a profit projection as well as stop placement. Included in Market Insights is a Twitter alert service. This allows you to take advantage of intraday setups. Volatility is back in the markets. What does that mean to you? To me, it spells short-term opportunity each and every day. The days of trending up on lighter volume are gone. We have come off the highs with volume across the globe. Don't get caught in a complacency trap. Many of the indices have given back 2 months of trading in 1 week. We have a trader's market. You can take advantage of this trader's market by test driving my daily newsletter, Market Insights, free for 2 weeks. Market Insights will give you the edge you're looking for in the markets. Go to TFNN.com, under newsletter, hit the Market Insight tab for your 2-week free test drive right here, right now.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, gives traders, investors, and money managers a thorough strategy for trading the gold market. If you're an investor in gold or any of the gold mining equities, this newsletter is an essential tool that can help you become a better trader in the gold market. The Gold Report comes out every Monday with complete coverage of the entire gold market, including the XAU, HUI, the dollar, the bond, the rand, more than 40 different mining equities, as well as some of the most popular precious metal ETFs, including the GDX and the SLV. For as low as $75 per month, you can gain access to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report that will help you take advantage of investment opportunities at the current historic gold price levels. To order your Gold Report today with a free 30-day trial subscription, log on to tfnn.com or call our office directly at 877-518-9190.
What type of investor are you? Conservative, moderate, or aggressive? No matter your investor personality, your overall portfolio should reflect your financial goals, time horizon, and your risk tolerance. Help ensure your portfolio is appropriately invested with an asset allocation plan from Morgan Stanley Smith Barney. Simply picking the right stocks is not enough. Research has shown that choosing the right proportion of stocks, bonds, and cash is essential to the success of your long-term investments. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney believes a carefully selected portfolio can lower your volatility and increase investment return potential. Find out about what asset allocation and a Morgan Stanley Smith Barney financial advisor can do for you. Call Angelo O'Brien, financial advisor and certified financial planner of the Clearwater, Florida branch at 727-441-6108 today to discuss your personal financial needs. Asset allocation does not assure a profit or protect against loss in declining financial markets. Investments and services are offered through Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC. Member SIPC.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of the Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at tfnn.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real Money Masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of tfnn.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever.
This segment is brought to you by Great Panther Silver. For more information, just click the Great Panther Silver banner on the front page of tfnn.com.
It's unlimited money, folks, in Europe. No doubt. This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien.
I'm moving over there.
Yeah, and we're just reading what Trichet's going to do. And the bottom line is that what they're doing is basically, kind of what we did a few years ago. It's unlimited bread for the banks. What the actual statement says is that the European Central Bank, now this gets really interesting because the European Central Bank basically doesn't have it on their balance sheet, but they're going to get it somewhere, will spend $53 billion, first off, to cover bonds that the banks already have, okay? But then what they're going to do is that they're going to, for the 12 to 13 month, and this is what the actual print says, unlimited. So let's go get a European bank, man. So it's unlimited amounts of money. So of course we know money just comes out of thin air. You know what I mean? So
you got unlimited amounts of money. You got the dollar pulling back, and the euro getting a little stronger.
Yeah, well that's the pattern. That's what's supposed to happen, right? Yeah. you gotta love it, man. I mean, you just absolutely have to love it. That's just the way that it's set up, and that and what you're going to be looking for out here, folks, is that you're going to be looking for the setup for the dollar to come back with lighter volume, setting the ABC up.
Yeah.
The bond coming back also at lighter volume, because the bonds probably want to test the highs again, which is insane. But bottom line is that that's if in fact, let's just see this for a second. Okay. Yeah, see, it's happening.
Yeah.
So the 30-year right now is only coming back with 153,000 contracts. You're going into 500,000, And it's going to come down, and it's going to come down a lot further right now. But bottom line is that that's what it's setting up, which is just insane. Let's go to Jim in Minneapolis. Hey, Jim, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. Just taking it by storm up here. I think I brought the warm weather back up here with me. It was 88 degrees here yesterday. We're setting record highs, and
that's awesome. And listen, thank you so much for coming down. It was a pleasure meeting you and your wife.
Yeah, that was a blast. That's just insane, the amount of. Well, I know, Steve, we only got through a fraction of the slide deck.
That's right.
We'll just have to queue it up again.
We will.
That's
we
right.
Absolutely will.
That's right. No doubt.
That was insane. It was a blast down there, and look forward to coming back down.
Absolutely. So we went back home Sunday, right?
Yeah, we came back up here on Sunday. Correct.
Okay, cool. And you brought 88 degrees back with you. That's pretty amazing from Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's the leaves are turning, and it's just gorgeous. It's unbelievable.
That is so cool.
But yeah, I'm just looking at this Westport. I bought it the other day when it got clobbered with the rest of the market and at the 23 level, and it was just.
Look at this. Okay, so let's take a look. You got it's WPRT Westport Innovations. The technology allows diesel engines to operate on clean burning gasoline fuels without sacrificing performance. Oh, this is pretty cool, huh? So
yeah, the T. Boone Pickens plan, the whole
okay,
yeah.
So let's commercial high pressure direct injection. Oh, so is this direct injection? So is it making gas? Is that what it is? A gas?
Diesel. Diesel trucks run on natural gas.
Cool. Exactly. Okay. Right. So the low's 14, the high's 34. They lose 83 cents. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so what you had is this. Okay, you came back in. Look at this thing.
It came right back to it.
Yeah, you had a sign of strength on the 7th of September, 2.8 million. You come back with 2.6.
Yeah.
And that keeps it in the consolidation. What you're going to have to watch out for, Jim, is this. When they come back with the same amount of strength that they went up on,
yep,
it's a consolidation. It's not done. So, that's the yin and yang. The Bulls and Bears are going to fight here big time over this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, hey, you already get $4 in it, man. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I'm going to just kind of tighten the stop up and let the market do its magic,
No, big time. And bring it right up. See, because a natural retracement is right back to 25.42 on this.
Yeah.
Yep.
The highs of it.
So,
Cooking, brother.
Thanks.
Hey, thanks for coming on Saturday. We really appreciate it. You bet.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. Right now, the Dow's up 45. Nasdaq's up 23. S&Ps are up 6. We got gold up 5. Bonds are down 26. King dollar is down 19. We're going to be right back.
TFNN is proud to bring you the cutting edge of newsletters. Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks. Ken is a top-down investor who lets price and volume in the major stock indices tell him when to be in the market and when to be out. By using his unique blend of fundamental and technical analysis, Ken will protect your hard-earned capital while realizing breakout gains. Go to TFNN.com today. Click Investments Newsletters and get Ken Shreve's Ultimate Growth Stocks free for 2 weeks.
Studies show that 10,000 hours is what it takes to achieve outstanding results, unless you use the power of leverage. The power of leverage, folks, is key to attaining outstanding success in your trading and investing. I'm Steve Rhodes, co-host of The Money Masters with Tom O'Brien, seen daily at TFNN.com, and author of Mastering Probability, a daily trading and investment newsletter. Let me take your trading to a new level, a whole new level. Let me teach you the secrets that the real money masters use each and every day to produce consistent financial results. On top of that, I'll transform your life in ways you never thought imaginable. You'll overcome hurdles like an Olympian. Here's the beauty. I'm so certain that I'll transform your life. I'm giving you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Time, folks. Something you'll never get back. The time is now to take action. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com and order Mastering Probability. It'll change your life forever. At Tiger Metal Exchange, we pay you more for converting your jewelry to cash.
Let's go to Brian in New Jersey. Hey, Brian, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, just want to let you know I did give you some jewelry. My jeweler offered me about $650. I should get a check in the mail tomorrow for about $1,200.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, it's all about honesty when converting your jewelry to cash.
Okay, let's go to Paul in Florida first. Hey, Paul, what's going on?
I want to commend you on the Tiger Metal Exchange. I just did a deal with you guys the other day.
Oh, good.
And very happy.
Well, I appreciate it. Now, did you sell us jewelry or did you buy coins off us?
I sold you jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What we waited at was less than you guys said, so, you know, you're totally honest.
At Tiger Metal Exchange, we give you the tools to value your gold, and it's absolutely free. Call 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. We've created the easiest, safest, and most honest cash for gold process. Tiger Metal Exchange. It's the only call you need to make.
Here's what people are saying about Tiger TV.
Let's go to John in Tampa. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
A wonderful day. I love your Tiger TV. I watch it every day. I'm like a kid in a candy store.
Oh, man, I appreciate you out there watching it. How long have you been watching the Tiger TV?
I'm watching almost a month now, and it's wonderful.
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's cool. You see the charts and everything. Thanks so much for the hard work.
Tiger TV, a great news service from TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Crocodile Gold. For more information, just click the Crocodile Gold banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We get the Dow right now up 41, Nasdaq up 20, S&Ps are up 9. And let's go overseas and we take a look. You know, we had this morning the FTSE up 2%, the DAX up 2%. And if we take a look at the DAX, let's see how this DAX came off the bottom, number one. So the DAX right now, you know, see this has the makings. The DAX has been giving us so many good indications.
It has.
I mean, and you know what you have here, folks, is that it's going to have to build cause to get over this 56, 55.
Yeah.
You know, if you get over it though, oh baby, you get some action. You know, because see, there's nothing on the left-hand side to stop it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
it traded up high this morning. It's at its 0.786 retracement.
Yeah.
Just its last move down, and then you know, in the as we were coming online, it got pushed down pretty good.
Oh yeah, no, I can't make it.
But it's moving back up, and you know, it's going to close inside that swing point. It looks like as you got 45 minutes, so it should close inside the September 29th swing point. At least go test that high.
And see, if it does that, folks, what you have is that if you close at or near that swing, what happens in the morning?
Yeah,
lots of energy in the morning. That's what ends up happening.
That's
you know,
right.
So and particularly,
you'd like it to get up really towards the top of that.
The closer it can get.
Yeah,
so what you have is this. So watch this though. This is intriguing, folks. Okay, now we're going to really dive inside this, but I want to show you something, right? So you have the first push with volume.
Yeah.
377 million. That was on the 16th. Okay. Now you come back. Your correlation is you come back with only 198 million. So that's saying that hey, we're going to go again. Now watch what happens when we actually go. It doesn't go with price, but the volume goes again. It pushes with 245.
Yeah.
So that setup, as long as it lays underneath it, has a shot to really burst.
Yeah.
And see, that would be the most deviant. What would end up happening, the most deviant would be that it burst, does a monster move, and then the whole world's going to say, oh, no, we're off to the races. The only thing Europe is off to, folks, is if the regulations were there early, they would be to jail for how much fraud. Between them and our own banks, okay, they all should be in the can. You know what's amazing? Think about that. Think of all the folks that are in the can, folks, right? For fraud, for financial fraud.
Right.
They got to be flipping out right now because and they should be. I'm not. But what happens is that all the regulators, no one's doing their job. They're allowing the banks to basically have false balance sheets.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. As soon as they went from, hey, we're going to go, you know, there was a general accepted accounting standard of mark to market, you know, and that you could see what was happening there during the real estate, you know, like that was going to be a bad scene.
You know what's amazing? You know, it blew my mind with that context is that you saw all these so-called capitalists, right?
Yeah.
Backing it up.
Yeah.
Meaning fighting for that, right? I'm saying to myself, What's this all about? What? Hold it. No, this is, you can't do this. I'm saying to myself, hold it. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And the so-called capitalists are a trip, man.
Yeah.
This morning, I heard, Jeff Hillman, okay, on CNBC. And so watch how this goes. This gets really interesting. Oh, no, big time. So they're asking him, all these different questions, and then they brought up the power company that went BK.
Okay.
And then they're bringing up, well, do you think government should be involved in all these? And of course, GE folks get so much money off the government.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, tax credits, oh man, forget it.
Well, they're not paying much in the way of taxes.
Zero.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, the guys that pay the most taxes, they're contributing the most to the government from a taxes standpoint are the oil companies. You go take a look at the 10Ks, 10Qs on there. They're up there at the top. They're at the max.
Right.
If you just took the Dow 30 stocks, which I've done before, and maybe I'll bring that chart up or what have you.
Yeah.
You go take a look at who's paying the most. It's the energy companies. Yet they're the ones that are the villains.
Yeah, right.
When they start being attacked, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
That's amazing.
They're actually paying the most out there.
It's going to be wild to see whether you can get that 5% tax on if you make $1 million.
Yeah. But that mark to market, I remember, back in the 2007 time frame when there was that first hedge fund that imploded.
Yes.
It happened on a Friday.
Right.
And I remember, searching the papers to see if this thing was being buried or what.
Right.
And it absolutely was being buried.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like, this is bad news. Plus, you got mark to market coming in about, I think it was maybe about 6-8 weeks later.
Oh yeah,
and you could just see that. Boy, this was a bad.
You can't have real numbers.
Going to happen.
Real numbers for big companies are problematic. They all went to the same school too, folks.
It's a shame, but it doesn't matter because. If you think that the cards are stacked against you, whatever it is that you think about Wall Street, the reality is when you start taking a look at the information that we've got available to us on our screens, it really doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
That's just people pushing fear out there because they don't want you to take advantage of this game.
It makes it better,
right?
I think it makes it better. Because if you understand that, then it's like okay. And the amazing part, folks, and we appreciate you being out there because I can tell you flat out. People won't do the work and don't do the work that you're already doing out there right now.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Oh, absolutely.
That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't take... You learn the butterfly, learn the Gottlieb, and, you could call it a day. I'm not kidding. No, you could actually call it a day just on that.
Well, you could. I said in the earlier show, maybe there's like about 10 different real tools that you have in your toolbox. But if you just learned one of them, you'd do great.
Yeah, and then folks put a big P on your desktop for patience.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Or Larry Pesavento.
Exactly right.
That's a beautiful thing.
P index dates, baby.
That's right.
Oh, big one coming in October.
Right.
Well, we're in October, but a big one coming October 26th.
So we got to figure that out, man. Okay, so we're October. Are we October 7th now?
Today's the 6th. You got a full moon. Coming up on Wednesday. Larry, when I had him on your show yesterday, was talking about a big transit date that's taking place on Monday. Now, I don't have access to that information.
Okay.
And there's a 2-day orb, on that he was saying, which would take us right into the next full moon cycle on Wednesday. These full moon cycles have proven to be really good turn spots. Whether you're coming in the highs or lows doesn't matter. It's acted as a really great trigger.
Did you see the 3 guys that got the Nobel Peace Prize?
No.
We got to see if we can get one of these guys on. Okay, so yesterday when I was on the way to Chicago, so what do you do?
That's a beautiful thing about traveling. You get to read.
You do. No, you do.
No?
And folks, what they got it for, so listen what they got it for. This is amazing. That no doubt they have, as it would be proved, I don't know if that's the right word, but I believe that they basically proved that the universe is expanding at a much faster rate. And this and if you wonder why everything's going faster, and this, we'll pull it up.
That's cool.
It's huge.
Yeah.
It's huge, and it's all Fibonacci ratio.
As Tom says, go long America. Now you can join TFNN and Barnes & Noble to keep money in your community. Purchase Tom's best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, your ultimate trading mastery system, before October 15th from your local Barnes & Noble store. And you will be given access to not just 1, but 2 exceptional archived courses. Tiger Scaling, The Tiger Butterfly, and Gartley. The Art of Timing the Trade is more than just a book. It's an educational journey that will help you understand the Wall Street greed cycle and learn how to recognize profit from genuine price moves. So, for the cost of just under $30, you will receive in excess of $300 in trading education from Tom O'Brien, TFNN, and Barnes & Noble. And you will be helping to support an important local business, your local bookstore. If you do not have a Barnes & Noble in your community, then go to your local bookstore. We'll be sure to work with them to keep your purchase local. So let's support our local businesses. Keep money in your community and get a great education. But be sure to act now, because you only have till October 15th to take advantage of this opportunity. Go to the front page of TFNN.com for details.
Are you looking for some extra cash to help pay off some of your bills? Let Tiger Metal Exchange convert your unwanted jewelry to cash. We pay out 80% of the market price for gold. Our payouts are the highest in the industry, more than double our largest competitors. And we've created the safest, easiest, and most straightforward process for converting your jewelry to cash. Log on to TigerMetalExchange.com and get your free scale, your free eye loop, and get the cash you deserve now. We provide a free online calculator that converts your jewelry to cash at up-to-the-minute spot prices. We insure your items for up to $75,000 per shipment free of charge. We videotape the entire valuation process so that you can view it online. You can call us toll-free at 866-618-8888 or log on to TigerMetalExchange.com. Let Tiger Metal Exchange put more cash in your pocket without ever leaving the comfort of your home. Join the list of thousands of satisfied customers and go to TigerMetalExchange.com. It's the only click you need to make.
Would you like to discover the next great tech stock? David White, TFNN's technology guru, has just launched his new newsletter, The Technology Insider. In his newsletter, David will be looking for those shining stars that may turn into the next Apple, Microsoft, or Cisco. David combines his technology background as a software programmer with his market skills as a successful professional trader to give you this unique newsletter. We're on the verge of the next great tech run. With the Technology Insider, you'll be in front of the run-up and not lagging behind. David is developing a long-term investment portfolio, therefore we're only offering the Technology Insider as an annual subscription with a remarkable price of only $395. That's right, for a little over $1 a day, you'll receive the fundamental technology wisdom and technical trading skills of the Technology Insider David White. What are you waiting for? Go to the front of TFNN.com, click on the link on the front page, sign up for your 2-week free trial, and become a Technology Insider today. Great Basin Gold is a mining company engaged in the exploration and development of 2 emerging gold properties in Nevada and South Africa with a total resource base of more than 23 million gold ounces. Great Basin's Burnstone mine in South Africa opened in February of this year with a resource of 20 million gold ounces, becoming the first mine to open in the historic Witwatersrand Basin in the last 30 years. The Burnstone mine is projected to have a 25-year mine life and is fully financed with production anticipated to be over 250,000 ounces per year at a cash cost of only $450 per ounce. The Hollister mine in Nevada became fully integrated in the 4th quarter of 2010 with annual production estimates of 110,000 ounces of gold per year over the 8-year mine life at a cash cost of only $527 per ounce. Great Basin Gold is cash flow positive and trades on the Toronto and New York stock exchanges under the symbol GBG.
Hi folks, this is Tom O'Brien. My new book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, is for sale at Amazon.com for only $18.40.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow right now up 18, Nasdaq up 17, S&Ps are up 4.5. And, you know, we can expect this volatility to continue. Volatility is
great.
Huge.
Yeah. Now, tell me about the book special that we've got. That you've got running out there.
Okay, so folks, this is how this works. Okay, you have until October 15th.
Okay,
and this is what it is. And listen, folks, the holidays are coming up. Go buy a bunch of books and give them to your friends. Okay, because what ends up happening, if they want a great education, what you're getting is this. You buy a book from Barnes & Noble.
Yeah.
And what's happening is that we've sent out hundreds of them, okay? And thank you so much, because where your local community bookstore is selling a lot of books. And what you get is this. You buy a book, you get 2 webinars, which is that $300 value, absolutely free.
Right.
That's what, and you have until the 15th of October to do it. Now, what happens, some of the Barnes & Noble will have them, others won't. They all should have them because we sent out, well, anyway, the bottom line, whether they have them or not, you can still order them. It does cost nothing to order them. Yeah. You pick them up. And listen, if you have other people that you think, number one, to be a good gift, well, you know what? You can give them, you can gift it to them. You can gift them the webinars, the whole ball of wax. So what it comes down to is for $25, you're going to end up with $300
well, you know,
for value.
Yeah, and you talk about the holidays, and everybody's always trying to figure out what to get for somebody.
Right.
You know, and usually people end up focusing on the tangible items.
Right.
And not that a book is not tangible, but it's really what's contained inside that book. It's that intangible aspect.
No, absolutely.
You know, and then you get them involved with just trying to understand, you know, the information that you're providing with regard to trading in the free webinars that you've got out there.
Yes.
It's just a great way to take advantage of something that really has some meaning.
And if you don't have a Barnes & Nobles in the area, folks, just go to your bookstore. That's all you have to do. Okay, go to your local bookstore. This is a local deal. That's what we want to get out of this. Okay, because you know my take is Go Long America, and my take. See, this is going to be wild to watch how this plays out, because I am absolutely convinced that we're off the bottom and we're moving economy-wise.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, I'm also absolutely convinced that my 825 is still there because the volume's there.
Yeah.
And there's a total disconnect, okay? But that total disconnect has to do with King Dollar.
That's right. That's just a valuation issue. That's just called mark to market. That's really all that is when you get rid of the QEs that we had out there. It's just nothing more than mark to market.
And you know what it is?
Right?
It's mark to market.
Yeah.
And what it is large corporations using the slave labor, moving the deals out, and you think that they're the friends of America. They're not. It's not even close. And then I don't want to get into what they're doing. But the fact of the matter is, one has nothing to do with the other. You know. And what has happened though is I think people, no doubt, have got off the ground and say, okay, I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now, the housing issue has to get flushed.
Yeah.
And the housing, there's two different things. I was thinking of this morning, and there's two different deals. Well, it's a lot more than two deals. But, you have plenty of people that basically are in the house, they're not paying the bills.
Yes,
right?
That's right.
And, that's their deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the bottom line is that's going to get flushed.
Yeah.
And hopefully they basically have saved enough money to go do something else.
Right.
Because if they want to bleed it forever, well, then they are going to be out in the street.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality. Because there's no other time that I've seen in the last 35 years that you can stay in the house for 3 years and not pay anything.
Right. Right.
And there's yin and yang and all that, but, bottom line is that.
So this morning on the Squawk Box Asia, they had Robert Kiyosaki on there. So I was up at like 5 o'clock or what have you. And and he was talking about how he's primarily real estate oriented. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay.
Right. Yes.
And and he said there's been no better time. He said the last 3 years has been such a great time for him. And he said there's going to be a time where people are going to be wishing for this time period that we're living in.
Oh, no doubt.
You're gonna, 10 years from now, you're gonna be wishing you were back.
Why didn't I buy something?
Yeah,
why didn't I buy something?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
This is Steve Rhodes, Tom O'Brien. You stay right there, folks. Steve's going to be coming right back up with you, and then we're going to have Larry Pesavento out to Tucson, Arizona. That's at 12 to 1. Ken Shreve, 3 to 4 from California. Right back to Tampa with me from 4 to 6.
Are your cable rates rising? Tired of being pushed around by your provider? It's time to push back. Cut the